Welcome to the Three Beers Podcast Sports Edition and Weird and Wild News. I'm Craig. Along with me is Chris and Austin. Well, that was a little bit of a crazy weekend.
It was great, man. It was we had to do again. I wish I was there, but
let's start off with the most important news out of the whole thing. The bet has been finalized.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's costing one of us a new hairstyle.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeedy. But I've got the greatest news of ever. We fired Taggart today. No GoFundMe page. We are officially free.
Chris don't care about no damn haircut. He'll get that as long as Taggart's gone.
Taggart is gone.
So you just have to say, what side are you going to do Hawaii and which side are you going to do UCF? That's your decision.
Oh, crap.
Doesn't matter to me. You can do them all both on the same side. I
don't care. That'd be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. I mean, and then we freed Taggart. Taggart wished him well on his journey, but
I wouldn't even care if he did the Warrior stripe down like a mohawk type thing, and then he did UCF on the side.
There you go.
I would even accept that.
See, when it comes to the whole Taggart thing, I was happy for you guys. At the same time, like I'm still not with Kirk Herbstreit because he had that last year when he was all with us and stuff because we did so good. But he's like, FSU screwed up by getting rid of Taggart. Yes and no. It's good you got rid of him, but you got rid of him a little too early. I feel like you should have rode the season out, and I hope this doesn't hurt your recruiting. As bad as I'm with you. I want to shit talk you, but I can't because
I don't know if you guys saw this, but I apologize. I don't have his name right in front of me. I think this might have actually a 3-star recruit decommitted.
It's unfortunate.
I think that's what I mean. I don't know this for a fact, but I would not be surprised if that was part of the catalyst that got the AD to just say, "Hey, we got to do it. It doesn't matter. We got to go." I mean, we're having guys decommit from us now because they don't want to go to the chaos.
There was a picture of a stand in the middle with an FSU sweatshirt on, and on either side of him, you could see no people in the stand. And I'm like, oh my God, we're losing. They're giving away tickets to go to Florida State game, and nobody don't even want to go right now.
And I'll tell you what, though, if you look at our college pick'em, I did pick Florida State to win because they've been doing great, and I'd rather taken that loss in the college pick'em than I would have with the with our bet, but. I didn't think you would lose to Miami. I was hoping for it, but the way they were playing, I don't know what happened. But at the same time, I was looking at it.
There was a hurricane blowing, and I went.
But look at the dude. It's not just Taggart though. You got to look at it. You know what I mean? Taggart, if he was making play calls, it's his fault. But your defense was not there. Your defense has if you look at our team yesterday, our defense was having a hard game. They figured themselves out, but you have to have a balanced team. And you got to work on yourself, man.
We only had the penalties killed us. We had 10 penalties. But I just don't understand how you keep the ball most of the game and you lose. We had the ball 31 minutes and 36 seconds.
Listen, hey, you take that into our game. You look at our game, there's 60 minutes in a football game. I think we had 18, 20 minutes total of offense, and we scored 44 points. Time doesn't matter. The longest drive we had was 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Time doesn't matter.
But we just wasn't playing. We had 15 first downs. They only capitalized 13 first downs. They did score. They did beat us in yards. They had 353 yards. We had 203. There's no reason. Looking at the stats, if you blindly look at the stats and not the score, you would think Florida State won this game.
Yeah.
Rushing yards, they had 40. We had 31. Passing, they beat us in the air, 313 yards. We had 172. So if you look at the actual stats, you could see that maybe it should have been a closer game than 27-10.
Yeah.
The stats are telling you that it should have been a closer game. So was it poor coaching? And obviously ADs think it was because he was fired. Who gets fired on a Sunday? I think that's not in college history. Anybody that's ever got fired on a Sunday.
Hey, it's stats, man. Like the Houston game, they had 200 yards rushing in the first half, and they scored 23 points in the first half. They only scored one touchdown after that in the second half. Stats are crazy, honestly, but it doesn't say everything about the game. If you look at the stats, we had a lot more. Our stats compared towards the end of the game, but when it comes to time of possession, that's just insane. But I don't know. I'm hoping that it doesn't hurt you guys. As bad as I want you guys to go down, I hope it doesn't hurt you in the long run.
I think we'll make a bowl game this year. And
I hope.
If we have the ADs and all the people up in the skybox making the calls and we win out the rest of the season, that was Taggart's problem. Taggart was the problem. So I hope the rest of the players can stand up and say, you know what, they fired Taggart. We wanted him gone. Let's run the board. If we convincingly beat the Gators.
But listen.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to make a bowl because you have to win 2 games to be bowl eligible.
You have 3 games left. You have 3 games left. Only game I see you winning is Alabama State. You got Florida, who just lost, and they're not making the SEC championship this year, so they're pissed off already. Right? So, and then you have Alabama State, and the next week you have Boston College. Boston College has played a damn good game, and they always give you a fight.
We're gonna win out.
Win too. You have to. Do you think so?
You're not gonna beat Florida.
Do you want to double down on this bet?
They fired Taggart.
I'm willing to double down on this bet for something like this. You think they're going to win the next? They're going to go 3-0.
What's the double down bet?
We have to come up with something because I don't see you winning the next 3 games. I
see you winning maybe 2. You may make bowl eligible, but I don't see you beating Florida, man. Florida has a chip on their shoulder. They're going to be pissed off. They didn't make the championship this year. They had a good run this year, but they lost to Georgia, and they had to win that game. You know?
I don't want to do the double down one because I'd hate to have to pile on with it's already going. So
but they said that we have to win the next 3 to be bowl eligible. So
2 or 3.
Well, you have to win 2 because you have to be at least 6 wins to be eligible. Doesn't mean you're going to make a bowl. You'd have to win all 3 for you to lock in a potential bowl.
You'd be playing the Gasparilla Bad Boy Tampa Bay Bowl or whatever that crappy bowl is.
So now all the people who was saying fired Taggart, they're online, feeling sorry. They're like, oh, well, he was a good coach, just not for Florida State.
Feeling sorry for what? I don't know the details of everything else, how much he got paid for Oregon in USF. This mother effer just got paid $20 million. Don't feel bad for him. He's going to go get a job at a second-tier Division 2 to 3 high school, even high school football coach. He's good. He's got $20 million, man. He can retire down here in Florida.
It's actually 17. It's actually 17.
Oh, my God. $17 million. Come on. I feel so bad for him. No, screw you, man.
Yeah, I was just looking here real quick. So it looks like 3 weeks ago, 4-star recruit Jalen Harrell decommitted from Florida State. And then the 3-star defensive back Derek Bermudez decommitted. So I go, I wouldn't be surprised if empty seats at Florida State on national TV, as well as recruits decommitting and stuff, and just overall chaos. I mean, they even brought it up right here. It's like, how do you consistently not have enough players on the field for special teams? That doesn't happen. A junior high coach can get enough players on the field for a special teams play.
There's one coach for every position. Craig, I don't know if you saw, but when you're watching our team, it's 3rd down. It doesn't matter if we're consistently getting every 3rd down. That special team coach gets everybody right next to him and says, "Get on my position now." He counts everybody. It's just simple math, man.
Yeah,
I don't think teams into the season. Come on.
I mean, the only thing Florida State didn't do was forget to put the kicker out on the field. That's the only thing they didn't do at special teams.
Wasn't that last year?
I mean, that was the only mistake that I don't think has been committed this year. But it's like, hey, where's the kicker? Where's the kicker?
I don't think he can count. If you ask me,
no,
he's way up. I mean, but I don't want Urban. We don't even sell Gatorade.
I don't think so.
we don't-
I mean, honestly, you guys, it wouldn't hurt you to have Urban Meyer.
Yes, it would. We don't even sell Gatorade in our stadium, much less
You-
bring a former
He
Gator.
will never go to.
I mean, I don't think you'd go there, but
There is several other positions that he can go to. USC job. There's positions everywhere. He would never step foot in Florida ever again. I don't see it happening.
No, we wouldn't want him at all.
you say that now, but if he actually did, they'd be like, all right. I mean, look at Alabama, when, he came rolling in, former LSU coach, former Miami Dolphin coach, all of a sudden shows up in Tuscaloosa and they're like, woo, we love you. But before everybody's like, no way, he's never coaching here. Now everybody's like, oh my God, what would we be without this guy? So I mean, I wouldn't count Urban Meyer out. I mean, I really would.
So he must. So not to interject a little bit. He must have knew that if he lost this game against the Hurricanes, he was going to be fired because the report says, I spoke to Coach Taggart this afternoon. I let him know our decision. The FSU athletic director divided the sides. So he must have knew. They must have gave him an intention. You lose against the Hurricanes, we have no choice but to let you go. Because they say we spoke with him to inform him of the decision.
Maybe.
So did he know? Did he
Maybe.
know that he was in the hot seat?
I don't know.
Yeah,
A lot
there
of people if you know that, there's rumblings. I mean, it's like you said, you said what, 3-4 games ago, we need to brown box that guy. I mean, you already know the discussions there. You already know that people aren't happy. I mean, it's only a matter of time. If you keep having these screw ups, you keep losing these games, you keep doing, you're already looking at it's going to be a miracle if we make a bowl game again 2 years in a row. Florida State, like I said in the beginning, there's only just so many times fans are going to want to see that spear thrown in a losing field before they run you out of that place. It's just Florida State's not a program that's going to accept losing seasons year after year after year. I mean, you guys have had too many great years before to accept that. I mean, it's not going to happen. I mean, I knew he was in a hot seat.
He's been in the hot seat, but they said that, they were like, hey, get him gone. Let's try to rebuild from now, and
I bet last year when you missed the bowl, they were probably just saying, it's like, you know what? Okay, let's work, it's a work in progress. First year, we got it, let's just see some turnaround. Well, let's be honest. This was not turning around. This was the same as last year, if not worse. I mean, it was getting worse.
But his average is, I don't even know why I really don't understand why we even brought him to Florida State. Anyways, he's only got 56 wins and 62 losses. What made them think he was going to be a good Florida State coach anyways? Like, I don't understand that. Like, you offered this guy a large amount of money to come. I'm sure anybody else would have took that contract and tried to make it work. I'm sure there was better options out there.
Oh, I'm sure.
But $18 million by firing him, we owe $18 million by firing him.
So I can't find the stats from 2019.
The buyout drops to $17 million in January.
I can't find the stats, but everyone was talking about, it's only his second year. You didn't give him a chance. The last year was Jimbo Fisher's, mess up. Jimbo Fisher wasn't a bad coach. You see what he's doing over in Texas A&M right now. I can't find 2018, but right now they're 6-3. You know what I mean? Like last year with Scott Frost, his first year, we went 6-7, 6-6, right?
He's struggling.
The next year, undefeated. After that, undefeated. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those. He should have been done. The first year, I understand. You should have missed the bowl game. You have FSU players. They're damn good players. And then this year, you are, 4-5 now? Or no, I'm sorry, 3-5?
No, 4-5.
4-5. 4-5 in your second year. Your second year, you should be more than 2 or 3 losses, less than 2 or 3 losses. It's not – no, man. He had his chance. It takes 1 year to adjust. The second year, that's when your recruits start coming in and you start showing off what you can recruit. It's plain and simple.
This will be the third straight year if they lose to Florida that they've lost, the major 3 games out of every year. They've lost to Miami, they've lost to Clemson, and then they'll lose to Florida.
Fuck no. We're not losing to Florida. We're pissed off.
You're going to lose to Florida.
We're pissed off. No.
you didn't beat a bad Miami team. Miami is inconsistent, and I mean they it wasn't like Miami didn't convincingly beat up Florida State, but Florida State was in no way in control of that game.
No.
I mean, it was bad. I mean, the parts I watched, I mean, it was sloppy. I mean, Florida State plays sloppy and undisciplined, and unfortunately, the only place that comes from is coach. I mean,
you pay way too much for that
talent, so I don't know. I mean, it's a different story if Miami threw a Hail Mary from the other side of the field, beats you and wins the game. This one was, I mean, you guys were having to find a way to throw a Hail Mary just to keep on the field. Yeah, it was bad.
I don't know, man, but straight up, I mean,
I'm
still hurting from losing to Fresno State again. Oh, that team is a
thorn. I was on your bandwagon, so I think that's why you might have lost.
Dude, Fresno State is just a thorn in Hawaii's side. Oh my God.
Hawaii is a thorn in Hawaii's side.
That was and then the fan base. I don't understand. Talk about fan base. I mean, I don't know what they have to do. Force people to go to the game. I mean, it's just you look at that stand and it's empty.
You need your fans to be there, man. Those kids, they're kids. They want to feel the energy there, and when it's not there, it's not there. How do you think? I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say. I went into that game knowing Memphis was going to be the SMU, just because Memphis is a damn good team. But when you put game day out there, and when you put a full effing stadium, that's going to change their mind. You brought game day to UCF. We had 45,000 plus people in that stadium. That changed their mind. I mean, Cincy was a good team last year, and we blew them out. You have to have. That's why Texas A&M it's called the 12th man. Straight up, you know what I mean? It's like,
yep.
You gotta fill stadiums, man. And I know our UCF group is blowing up over the weekend because
you see that they were giving away free tickets and they couldn't even fill the stands. That's against Syracuse.
You're turning into USF, man. USF is the same way. They were giving away tickets to not make it a home game. But I mean, I don't know what was going on with UCF, man. We're a damn good team, and the student section is always getting angry about they can't get not enough students can get in, and then they showed their student section empty on one side. It was a 12 o'clock game. I understand, whatever, but
it was hot.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's like you need to be there. If you want the team to consistently win, you need to be there backing them up, man. They need that energy. They need that vibes backing them up. So, but having an empty stadium, it's not helping, man. You can see that. Doesn't matter. Like when we're there, we're blowing opponents out. Stay there, man. Enjoy it. You pay for the ticket. Go enjoy it. But that's just me. I say that every single game, blowout or not, I'm gonna be there the entire game watching it because I just enjoy football, man. It comes around once a year. I mean, seriously, we get 12 to 13 games of regular season, and we have to wait 6-7 months. So.
But did you realize one year y'all lost every game and they were giving out free beer until y'all won a game?
I went to every single game that year, and when we lost to frickin' Furman, I knew our season was going downhill. That's the team right there that we're supposed to blow out, and we lost to Furman. I knew that was it. That was George O'Leary's last year. We brought in Scott Frost the next year, and we went 6-6, and then we went undefeated, and then beat Auburn. So we have a good team.
Yeah, let me read this to you. It was out of that UCF group, the One Heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I requested to join it, but I just saw this one by Jose Melendez Jr.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, all kidding aside, I'm a plus-size 56-year-old man, and I cannot continue to bounce my section alone.
I saw that.
Because of poor attendance. I try to hang in there, but at times my wheezing gets in the way as well. Those kickoffs are about ready to kill me. Whoa, UCF Knights. Hack wheeze. I'll keep bouncing, so help me. If we start getting called the Stiff House or just Stadium, it's on you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jesus, come out and help before I throw out my back.
We are known as the Bounce House. We brought game day to Orlando last year. Craig, you were there this year. When Kurt Herbstreit is on live TV and his cameras are bouncing, even at the beginning of the game, I'm watching the game on Saturday, and the ESPN like, oh, here's the Bounce House going crazy again. and it just stops, man. We have to keep staying there. I mean,
well, it was ours. That game I was at, it was the same way. It was like they were there, and then at halftime, everybody left.
it's
There's nobody
crazy.
there.
I mean, I'm not gonna. It's something that's gonna happen, and it's just losing battle when it comes to attendance. But as long as our team's winning, man, we played a great game. Dylan Gabriel is killing it. He has 25 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Dude.
So, speaking of that,
God.
do you think there needs to be a change in some way, like switch, because the offense is looking pretty lackluster in the first half?
You know what? I don't know what was going on, dude. When we went like a couple 3 and outs, I'm like, what? It's like it comes to this thing. Is like, are we like running different plays if they'll work, or I don't know, man. But I'm just glad that we pulled it out. Dude, I love it. They pulled our starting quarterback. They put in. Everyone's complaining. Where's Brandon Wimbush? You said he was gonna be a wide receiver. The next play, you see Darryl Mack just throw it to him, and he runs like a 30-yard freaking first down, man. Like this 6'2", 6'3", 230-pound wide receiver, running back combo, whatever, it just ran a 30-yard freaking almost touchdown, dude. Like we got some talent on this team, man. It's exciting to see. And losing to Cincinnati, man, and losing to Cincinnati and losing to Pittsburgh really hurt us because now we're trying, man. I was watching that ECU game yesterday, and I said, come on, man. ECU, if you can pull it out, we need this. We need this. And they couldn't do it. And it's our fault. Everyone, you probably see it, Craig, on our UCF RP page. It's like, oh, UCF didn't do their job. We didn't do our job. We lost to Pitt. We lost to Cincy. We did not do our job. It happens. Yeah. Do I want to be in the conference championship for 3 years in a row? Yes.
Yeah.
It's not going to be at Spectrum Stadium. It's going to suck. We're either going to play at Memphis again or SMU. But everyone needs to calm down, and they need to just live the rest of the season. We got Tulsa coming up next week. We on the road to Tulsa, Tulane. We come home for pretty much a bye week, and then we come back home to play the War in I-4 against USF. We'll get a bowl game. We'll live it out.
Yeah, you're going to get a bowl game right now. The question is are you going to be able to crack into the top 25 again?
We're number 26 right now. Hmm? We are number 26. If you look at the AP poll,
because right now it's just like the teams that are up there now. You're going to have to. It's going to have to be some major losses because
it's going to happen. No, we'll be in the top 25 by the end of the year, guaranteed. But right now, man,
if you look at the list, I mean, the only people that you could take over right now. I mean, you have SMU, San Diego State, and Navy that are ahead of you, and those teams are playing great.
Doesn't matter, man. We'll do it.
Oh, I know. That's what I said. It's just it's going to be right now. It is going to be hard for UCF to get back to the top 25.
We'll be in the top 25, and I'm happy about it. But we'll make a championship this year. Maybe not. But you got to look at it. No one sits back and realizes that our quarterback is a damn true freshman. He's a freshman. He just went to school, man. He just had his damn senior prom last year. And now he's throwing 25 touchdowns and 5 interceptions for UCF. There was one play that he ran a 30-yard touchdown, 20-yard touchdown, right? And he ran a touchdown, threw his arms back, and I swear to God, if you change that 1 to 0, he looks exactly like Mackenzie Milton. He runs like Mackenzie. He throws like Mackenzie. He acts like Mackenzie. He's Mackenzie 2.0, and I'm glad that he's there. Everyone's talking about, oh, Mackenzie might come back. I personally, he may never see this video. If he does, good for him. I don't want him to come back. I'm sorry. I love him. I don't want him to get hurt again. He looked good walking on the field, but I want you to be healthy. I want you to live life with a good knee because right now you have a great position. No, he can come back next year as a redshirt senior, medically redshirted. But dude, I don't know. We have Mac, who's going to be a redshirt junior next year. We have Gabriel, who's going to be a sophomore. We got Quandry Jones. We're stacked on. We have another quarterback we're coming in too, man. I don't want him to come back. Mackenzie, I love you. You did great for us, but please stay healthy and just coach Dylan the best you can because he is a mini you. Everything from your looks all the way down to your abilities, man. So everyone's like, he'll come back. I don't want him to come back. He had a great run, 2-time back-to-back offensive, conference player of the year. He won us. He beat Auburn for us. But dude, man, I don't want him to come back. I don't want him to get hurt again. He may never get hurt, and he may go on and do great. But right now, he needs to train Gabriel. because Gabriel is looking great for the next 4 years, dude.
So why you gonna put the man out, Austin? The man got hurt. The man needs to come
I'm
back.
not saying he can come back, man. But honestly, would you want to? This is the worst injury anyone's ever seen, and I'm glad you see him walking. He got lucky apparently when he be in Tampa with one of the best leg surgeons in the United States. But he comes back, I'll be happy to see him. But I'm gonna be really devastated to see him get hurt again, and I don't want him to see him get hurt like that. Because what he had to go through up until this point was devastating, man. About all the surgeries and the physical therapy, it could happen. You see Terry Bridgewater. You see the Houston quarterback that decided to be an idiot and freaking redshirt because he didn't want to play this year. Freaking, oh my God, it's so stupid. That's unfair. But if he comes back, Night Nation will be so excited to see him. But please stay healthy.
I had two big news stories today. Besides Taggart getting fired, did you see the Gators got smashed? And the Gators fans are talking, least will beat Florida State. No, Georgia spanked that ass.
Yeah, I was surprised. And I was going to bring up, the competition. The pot. On the pick'em. That was the one I lost.
I picked them. I knew Georgia would beat them. The ones I messed up on was I flipped. I had Miami the first pick. I should have stayed with Miami. I picked Utah State because I figured they could do it. I thought North Carolina could pull it out. That was my mistake.
BYU. I told you, BYU.
They're always up and down the roller coaster, man. But I thought North Carolina could do it. And who else did I lose on? I don't remember, man. But I knew Georgia would beat them. So I knew Memphis would pull it out too, because Memphis is not going to lose at home, especially on game day, man.
Yeah, you lose. It was the Oklahoma State TCU one that you lost.
The only reason I picked that differently is because TCU had a great win over Texas, was it? And then I heard that the Oklahoma State wide receiver was going to be out. I said, all right, that's easy. TCU, that didn't matter.
SMU almost pulled out a comeback. Almost. So close. But, yeah, it was just that was I finished second. ESPN fan got first. But I'm still the group leader.
I think I got the most points for this week.
Nope. ESPN fan did.
Damn it.
Are you sure? How many points did I get?
You got 6. You got 6.
Okay.
ESPN got 9. I got 8. You and Austin tied at 6.
Craig, it's for you. Craig, this is for you.
I had to choose my Seminoles. I knew they didn't have a chance in hell to beat the Hurricanes. I knew that.
We all have those. I picked that Hawaii over Boise State. I knew I was going to lose the point, but I still.
You have to, man. But
yeah, it's just it was one of those. I sacrificed the point, but
you got to. No, that's what I did. It's the same thing with Miami. I sacrificed the point. I knew they were going to win, but I wanted that. I was not rooting for Florida State. So.
But you guys.
What, Chris?
We got to talk. Go ahead, Chris.
No.
But you guys suck because I missed all points last week, and you're just barely beating me. So you just suck at the college pick'em.
Maybe that's it.
No, man.
We're 25.
Big matchup, man.
So here's the thing. We're gonna have one of the top 2 teams lose, and they're gonna drop because you got LSU versus Alabama.
I told my friend on Facebook, and I told Tommy on Thursday, I said, Georgia and Florida, whoever wins that game is going to the SEC championship. LSU, Alabama, whoever wins that game is going to the SEC championship. That determines it right now.
I think LSU is going to beat Alabama.
It's going to be a tight game. It's going to be – the only reason that I say it's going to be a tight game is Alabama is going to play, obviously, as Alabama. But Tua is not 100% healthy. He is not going to be playing at 100%. So, Joe Burrow is something else. But
so now, Pac-12's last great hope is Oregon.
They're number 6, 7?
They are right now number 7. And I said, do you think they got a shot at making the championship? You just got to make it to the top 4.
Who's your last 2 games? Oregon State.
They've got 4 games left.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm lost. But.
Yeah, they got.
I know we don't have any notable wins coming up because
they got 3 games. Sorry, they got 3 games left. So they're Arizona State, and Oregon State. So they're gonna. Yep. They should go 3-0. They might go. Yeah, like I said, the Oregon State game is always a.
Oregon State's gonna beat you all.
Who's number 6 in the nation right now?
Georgia.
Okay, so this is how it's going to play out, right? In my fantasy world, LSU number 1, Ohio State number 2, Clemson number 3, unless they lose to South Carolina, which I hope they do. If Penn State beats Minnesota, which is going to happen, unfortunately. Sorry, Minnesota, you had a great run. They'll be number 4. Georgia number 5. Well, no, Georgia has to get in there too.
Well, no, but then Georgia will be number 5, and then
Georgia number 5, and Oregon number 6. When it comes to the championships, Georgia, LSU, one of them's got to go. So I think they can make it in there because they'll make it in because if they win out, okay, like I said, LSU number 1, Ohio State number 2, Clemson number 3, Penn State number 4, right?
And Ohio State would have to play Penn State.
Penn State and Ohio State still have to play each other in the regular season. One of them have to go, and it's going to be Ohio State's going to win it, man. They look great. Penn State, sorry, you're out. Ohio State has a team this year. I'm going to say it. I hate Ohio State. They got a team this year. So in my top 4, I have LSU number 1, Ohio State number 2, Clemson number 3, and Oregon number 4. Mark it.
They make
Mark it. Because there's nobody else in between there. And if you guys went out, I think you will. But you got to play Ohio State.
Yep.
If that goes the way it is, my final championship is going to be LSU and Ohio State. Because Clemson's going to lose right away. They haven't played anybody. If they don't lose to South Carolina last game of the season. So,
yep. I mean, there's a little bit of unknown.
They'll make it because Georgia has to lose or LSU has to lose. So one of them are going to be out. And Ohio State and Penn State still to play each other. So, yeah, no, I think they're going to make it. They'll make it to the playoffs. I don't know how far they'll make it, but so.
Yeah.
That's it. I can see it happening. But I'm excited, man, because if we keep winning and we win out and we can crack the top 18, I want to play. I want to play Florida. I want to play, all those big schools that didn't make it. I'll play them. I'll play them right now. I wanted to play FSU, but they suck this year. So,
I mean, I give you that. I think maybe y'all could beat FSU. Y'all would only embarrass them.
Water. We'll blow Miami. We'll blow Florida. We'll blow everybody in your conference. The only team that give us a hard time will be Clemson.
That'd be crazy.
I'm excited, man. I don't want the season to end, but I really want to see who we're going to play, and maybe we can make the conference championship. Cincinnati, they still have to play Temple. And they still have to play Memphis. All we need is them to lose 1 or 2 more games. But like I said, we will not be playing at Spectrum Stadium. We'll be playing either in Memphis or in Texas when we play SMU. So either way, I would love to go to their championship, but where we are now, I'm happy.
Yeah, I think best you guys can look for, like I said, is the bowl game.
Yeah. As long as we're not playing the bad boy Gasparilla Bowl, FSU will be fine. I'm sorry. No, I'm not trying.
That's the way Florida State makes it right now.
I'm not trying to bash the bowl games. If you make a bowl game, that is great for your school. But if you make the bowl game between December 15th and December 22nd, those are shit bowls. Sorry. Everything.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. When there's 32, I think there's at least 32, maybe there's 34 bowl games. That means you have over half the teams are going to make a bowl game. I mean, you're getting.
What are you trying to say?
It's starting to get like March Madness, where teams that shouldn't be in a final are there because they're just going to get bounced.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have a team that's 6-6 making a bowl game, you're talking participation trophies. Hey, thanks for showing up for the football season. Here's an extra game. It's just. At a point, you're like, oh, okay, this is just because we don't want to let the season die. We want yet one more game.
Something tells me deep down inside you're talking about my Seminoles.
When you're playing December 17th at 1 p.m. on a Wednesday, no one's gonna watch you. I'm sorry, you're not getting nothing done on that. But you made a bowl game. I'm really happy for you guys, but we'll see, man. We still got 3 games. FSU may pull it out, like Chris says, but. Real quick too. I'm watching. What is the point of a head coach position if you're going to send off what is the point of every position in college? You got your defensive coordinator, your head coach, and your offensive coordinator. The 3 main positions as coaches. The offensive coordinator is making play calls. What is the head coach doing? You're the one losing your job because the offensive coordinator is not doing their job. That's what I'm trying to figure out. You know what I mean? So, and like Willie Taggart, I don't know who took over. The person said who took over, but if he was your offensive coordinator and he was making calls the entire season, your season's going to shit because he's not going to change positions. It changes.
Odell.
But we'll see. I mean, we got 3 games left. The season's coming to an end soon. It's been a great season. But I don't know. It's been great. And if you watch NFL, Seattle beat Tampa. Final minutes, man. 27 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter by Mr. Russell Wilson. He's a beast, man. He really is. And unfortunately, my team lost to Craig. So it happens, though. And we're looking all right. But until we get rid of famous Jameis, Joe Burrow 2020. I keep saying it, man. We get him.
It's just, well, even in that, I mean, they still had a really good game. I mean, I think he had, I'm looking right here, 335 yards, 2 touchdowns for Jameis.
He had a great game, but it's this right here. Let me see if I can do it. It's this. Greg, look. Whee! It's a roller coaster. It's exactly what it is, man. You can't have a roller coaster.
Wilson, 378 yards, 5 touchdowns.
5 touchdowns.
You're a quarterback. You're supposed to be consistent. You got lucky, man. You got 5 years. Get your money and get the hell out. Take your crab legs and get out of here.
But you want to talk about some receiving stats. Evans for Tampa Bay, 12 receptions, 180 yards. Mm-hmm. Lockett for Seattle, 13 receptions, 152 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I mean, that was a wide receiver performance day. I mean, that was some serious offense, which was awesome. As it showed, 40-34.
I love it. I love high scoring games. I hate defense. Sorry. I hate defense. Every time defense comes up. Huh?
Did the Dolphins win today?
They won their first game. Speaking of that, I've been holding on this for like 3 weeks now. My biggest bust, I'm going to say it right now. I don't give a damn what they do the rest of the season. My biggest bust of the year has definitely been Maryland. How are you going to come out the gate? You and Penn State came out the gate scoring 70 points plus, and then ever since then, you lost. And you've been losing, or you've been winning barely. You guys are the biggest bust of the rest. You're worse than Tennessee. My boys in Tennessee, man, they're great. They're winning. But that's my biggest bust of the year, man. It's a little too early to say it, but Maryland, y'all suck. You're about to get your ass handed to you again by Ohio State. Get you playing them at noon. I'm going to watch that game going, you lost again. But no, it's going to be a great game. You know, we had Florida, Georgia. This Saturday, we got LSU, Alabama, and Penn State, Minnesota.
Yeah,
so,
nope, it was.
It's a great year for college football, man. It's not going to be this year is not going to be Alabama, Clemson, and I think it's going to be a lot better for everybody.
Yeah,
you're such a hater. I love seeing Alabama and Clemson.
Nobody likes seeing Alabama and Clemson. Not even Alabama and Clemson fans like to see that. No.
Yeah.
Well, what else is going on? Magic are sucking, so that sucks.
Magic sucks again.
If we want to talk NBA, Joe, you want to talk about a catastrophic way to start out a season. You lose.
Golden State Warriors.
Golden State Warriors. You only have 2 of your remaining starters that aren't injured,
and they're not even starting.
I mean, it's just I saw that. I'm like, I apologize. His name's drawn a blank right now. I should remember it.
Steph Curry.
No, not Steph Curry.
Coach.
Huh?
Coach.
No. It's the other player. Yeah, Draymond Green just hurt his finger. Stephon Curry broke his hand, and then
Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson.
Yeah, he I can't remember what his injury was, but he's out for a while. Like I said, so now it's basically they went from being all right. Hey, we're going to probably be the best one in California to lottery picks.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna be sitting right there waiting, man.
Yeah,
but, it happened. Yeah, it's not everybody can do it back to back. So other than that, man, everybody's doing all right.
Yep. So as always, this podcast is brought to you by Kelly Brott's Beard Care. Make those beards some nice, soft, touchable ones for that significant other. Don't make them make out with a piece of steel wool that smells nasty. Put some good smelling beard oil in there that gets it all nice and soft and makes it to where you want to have that beard touched. Kelly
Hey,
Brown Beard Care.
real quick before we go on, Ravens are up 10-0 on the Patriots right now. Upset? Upset? We'll see. Oh man, but
You know what else is an upset is when somebody shows up to your house with a nanny cake for your birthday.
every time, man, I take that cake from their hands and I throw it right in the trash, right in the damn trash.
Yeah, if somebody brings you a cake for your birthday that isn't a nanny cake, that is an upset.
Put it in the trash.
You might just
Put
take
it
it
in
in
the
the trash. They're not your friends. They're not bringing nanny cakes to your cake or your business. But if you check her out, she's on Instagram, nancy.b.burke. She's on Facebook all the time posting nanny cakes, Nancy Burke. Let's see, her phone number is 407-923-2898. If you call her and you let her know you order a cake and you let her know you heard this on the Three Beards podcast, she'll give you 15% off your order. Same thing with Kelly Broad's Beard Care. It'll give you, 20% off if you mention Three Beards podcast, even on this website too. So.
Yep. So go to threebeardspodcast.com. Check out our website. We're also, obviously Facebook,
Instagram,
Twitter. Follow us. Keep up to date. And as with always, gentlemen, good night.
See you Wednesday.